Yeah, I'm going to have the boys play along here with me. And this poem is a poem called Kiss and Make Up. Kiss and Make Up. And it starts with a little quote. I like quotes. I like Chris too. Yeah. The quote is, lying about age is akin to lying about penis size. And that comes from Lawrence Sinat in The Lighthouse Peddler.
Oh, wow. Okay, well then.
And for those of you who aren't from here, Lawrence Sinat is currently the Point Arena mayor, which I think is really fun.
Appointed mayor.
It's politics. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about kissing and making up. It's kind of a dirty poem. So I'm going to start again because these guys want to hear the quote one more time. Lying about age is akin to lying about penis size. Es verdad. Eventually, the perpetrated party will discover the truth. If not by an exploratory pelvic thrust on the dance floor or a clandestine peek at a driver's license, then at the very least, providing sobriety in a well-lit room, the moment it gets down to the nitty-gritty reason the lie was manufactured in the first place. Why not bust out with a 21st century of one of last millennium's chestnuts, like, I feel like I'm 18, or the ladies say I make up for it with other talents. Or do something like I do, like say these 45-year-old titties are firm like this because I didn't go through puberty till I was 37, because before then, I didn't really want to be a woman. For God's sake, we the people need to stop lying about our attributes and discover our hidden talents. Maybe, just maybe, they will trickle up. What? Did someone just mention makeup? Did you know that real change starts with makeup? Just ask them. You know, them. You know who they are? The Sarah Palins and Monica Lewinskys and Lady Gagas and all those people. That doll skin and cheek roses and cold, darkened eyes drawn downward to the big red opening in that most blowjob of enticing ways. Like lying makeup gets you married. It gets you on TV and in magazines. It gets you wasted on whatever pill, booze, snorting, smoking thing you can wish for. Makeup gets you backstage at rock shows and ensconced in Greenwich Estates. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
You can hear that, all right. There's some garble thing going on. I'm like, is it still coming through? It's a good segue because you know the average American woman's face absorbs 5 pounds of makeup chemicals a year. But that's a different poem. It is unwise to underestimate the power of deception such a socially sanctioned masking can offer. I know, because one time I ascend the power, the mountain of made-up power. It was by accident, kinda. I was in a drag queen show and I was dressed like a naughty nurse with all legs and real cleavage and big hair and a big face, to the adoration of the Sea Ranch. Yeah, so what? That's show business, right? But the real experience happened afterwards, when I lose the get up and I don a newsboy look and tuck my wig flattened hair into a cap, but I leave the face and Sita's rhinestone collar in place. Those that were in the dressing room for the transformation immediately dubbed me the Russian prostitute. And already they are awestruck, starry-eyed, tongue-twisted, and I kind of like it. So I go out to join the cast party, and the cameraman from the show swaggers up to me in that I'm part of the crew, which makes me a really cool tone, and says, "Hey, did you see the show tonight?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm the nurse, remember?" He's like, "That was you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So as the cast party winds down a little bit, a few of us decide to brave the popo, and the popo is Point Arena youth slang for the law enforcement, and head up to the Star Wars bar, and the Star Wars bar is my slang for the sign of the whale in Point Arena, which is just getting swarmed by hot and sweaty dancers looking to keep their Tommy Castro groove on. And I, with my makeup, am a sensation, a light to the maws of bare flesh, alcohol, and wriggling desire. Strangers buzz to my false honey. People I work with, former students barely old enough to drink, men with wives, women with husbands, and they whisper very, very dangerous things in my ears. Things I had never heard from them before, and I have not heard from them since. Things that could get us in a lot of trouble if I acted them out with them. And they were transfixed by my cover girl face, silly putty in my hands. And I think, this makeup is what it takes to be considered hot? I mean, like, really, really hot? And all the while I keep saying, it's an illusion, pretend, fake. My clown mantra going on and on, but they don't care. The room throbs with purple veins. So I decided to take my cougar for a spin, you know, road testing my canines, keeping the training wheels on, until I'm encircled by 4 adorable, staggeringly drunk young men. When I feel a hand lightly touch my shoulder, and I turn around and I see my partner's steady gaze, and he says to me, "Honey, I think it's time to go home and turn back into a pumpkin." So I did. I'm a pumpkin. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Nelson Lenning on keys, Chris Campbell on drums, and Keith Abrams playing the bass. Thanks, you guys. Yeah.
One hell of a pumpkin.
Okay.